Well, welcome to this week's episode of the Resoluna podcast. We are very blessed today to have a very exciting guest. Her name is Natalia. She's a dancer, fitness expert, and we're going to get her story today and hopefully learn more about her and how she stays fit and her wellness program. So, Natalia, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, please tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I am fully Brazilian, born and raised.
Nice.
Now living in the United States,
Okay.
living the dream here,
Yeah.
making it happen. I'm a professional dancer, model, and I teach a little bit of everything and whatever you need to learn.
All right. Which one do you love the most?
I love teaching dance, and yeah, I think dance is my favorite. Even though I also went down a path of personal training, dancing is still like part of my love language.
Lights you up, would you say?
Yes.
Okay. What is like your favorite thing about dancing?
It is, one is good for my mental health.
Okay.
Two is great for my body. It's just like inspire me in different ways. It's nice to use the dance to see even on my other jobs. I can see life as a choreography. So it's easier for like multitasking and seeing like, okay, I can do this choreography with my left hand. I can do this choreography with my right hand. And still get a lot of things done at the same time, keeping my brain organized and a way of seeing life in a different perspective too.
That's awesome. I'm not a dancer, so maybe you can help me understand. So you're saying dancing and knowing choreography helps you in your daily life to be able to multitask and move around like in a fluid way?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's nice because anytime that you tap on your creative mode on your brain, it kind of just spikes some more energy for all the other areas on your brain that you need to be active on.
I love that you said that. And is that part of your wellness, that you tap into your creative brain?
Yes. I can use that. I can use my creative side when I'm cooking. I can use my creative side when I'm playing with my dogs, when I'm just doing my workouts, even when I am doing my day job. I'm also a blackjack dealer.
Oh, okay.
So I see my blackjack table as a choreography. So even when I'm getting tired and I start getting on the airplane mode, that everything is just like super automatic, I can still tap into that choreography. So I know exactly how the cards need to come in. I know what I need to do when I have a guest and how to treat them. I treat them as I would treat any other audience that I have. So that is Natalia show on a blackjack table.
Yeah, that's amazing. So for some of us, myself included, I'm more of a left brain, not creative. What tips can you give us that to how to tap into that? Because a lot of people, the first thing they'll say is, I'm not creative.
Everybody can be creative. I feel like everybody can be creative. You just need a little bit of motivation. And sometimes you don't even realize when you're being creative. Let's get something very simple. How would you like juicing? Do you like just juicing in your life like regularly?
Sure.
What would you put in your juice like today? If you would.
Yeah, carrots, maybe beets, celery, because I've heard it's really good for you. I guess I would have to think about it.
Yes, but you're being creative on, you're going to mix some colors, right? Because you're going to be, okay, I'm going to put some carrots because I need some vitamin D.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some oranges for vitamin C. I'm going to get some beets for extra vitamins. You're going to beat some spinach. So now you're creating a new flavor, and you also know what you want to taste like. If you want to taste a little more earthy, you're going to put more greens. If you want a little more sweet, you're going to tap into more carrots, more, I don't know, strawberries, or you're going to put some more apples. That is you being creative because you already know what your ending going to need to be.
Yeah.
And now you need to create something to come to this ending that you want. So that taste in your mouth is already a product of one creation that you had.
I had never thought about that. And so what I love what you said about that, and what I'm hearing you say is like, you just live your life looking at it creatively. Like that's your perspective in general, not like I am creative or I have to be given that gift like from birth, like dancing, singing.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are creative when you're choosing your clothes to go to work. You are creative when you're choosing which type of workout you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like you're not just gonna take 3 classes of hot yoga. You're gonna mix and match, and you're gonna add lunch in between. You're gonna add a different snack in between, or even when you plan your week, you need to be creative on that too, so you don't exhaust yourself.
Yeah.
So everything has a little bit of creation in it. It's just the way you look at it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can see your life as black and white, and you don't realize how many colors you actually have in it.
That's lovely. Thank you for sharing that. And you said during that, so you don't exhaust yourself. You have a very exhausting job. You're very busy. How do you keep yourself from getting exhausted with all that, the physical activity that you do for work?
Power naps.
Power naps. Okay.
I have a lot of power naps in my day. Lately, I have not been able to take so many power naps, so I would change those for like dark chocolate that
Oh.
will just boost some energy out of nowhere, or some different smoothies, or just like when I'm start getting sleepy, I just get up and do some sit-ups or some squats for 10 minutes and just
Yeah.
stay active for a little bit. But even to try to don't exhaust myself, it involves my food, it involves my hydration, it involves my nights of sleep.
Yeah.
I already know that if I sleep more than 8 hours, I don't last the whole day.
Oh,
And if I
interesting.
sleep less than 5, I also don't last the whole day.
Yeah.
So always in between like 6 and 8.
Yeah.
And if I can sleep 6 hours, that's a blessing. Sometimes I need to sleep. I only have 3 hours of sleep, and I still need to go for it.
Yeah.
But it's already a mental work that I need to have, that I'm like, okay, on the 7 days of the week, one of them gonna be a lack of sleep, lack of food. So I do need to take care of my body dearly
Yeah.
on the other days, so I can kind of overlap for the other ones that I'm not
Sure.
giving enough attention, but try my best to don't continue doing that. So that's also a mental work too,
For
to adjust
sure.
my schedule on a way that my body and my mind will be like settled, that I
Yeah.
can still process everything and have a better outcome on everything that I put my fingers on.
Yeah, it sounds like you really take the time to nourish yourself. And also, what I'm hearing is that you know yourself. So,
Yeah.
therefore, you can plan and strategize when you know there are going to be times you can't quite get it exactly the way you want it, but you
Yes.
can figure out how to maintain that. And so,
Yes.
you do this on a regular basis.
Yes. So like, even if it's just taking the dogs for a walk, sometimes on that walk, it's enough for me to be already like processing my day and seeing, okay, how much time I actually have to enjoy the outside.
Yeah.
It's all my job's gonna be indoors, no windows, just air conditioning. So on my dog walk, it's no phones. I really gonna choose to walk mostly in the sun, so I can get the vitamin D. I can get that moment and really charge myself,
Yeah.
so I can have that moment inside. And even while working long hours, I always try to have at least 15 minutes of me time. Even if that is just sitting in a corner, not talking with anybody,
Yeah.
and just enjoying the silence and listening to my own thoughts, even if I'm not thinking about anything.
That's
You
beautiful.
don't need to sleep, it's just shutting it off your brain. And me speaking multiple languages, I just shut it off my English. So it's just a muffin on the ads. So I can hear your conversation, but I'm not really paying attention
Yeah.
unless you say my name and I tap back in. But I completely turn off my English and I'm in a dead zone in there. That is me resting. And that's me like just taking an ease before I come back to it, so I can actually be fully present once you actually calling my name again.
So, have you always been this way? Is this a learned behavior, or what brought you to that kind of what I would say presence and awareness? Like you're really allowing yourself to be in that moment. So, for a lot of people that aren't there, how did you get to that place?
It has been a learning process, that for sure. A lot of that I learned in therapy,
Okay.
and even therapy took me a minute to understand that it is a good thing for you, and you don't need to be crazy to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Everybody should have a therapist, actually. But it's something that I always have to say it out loud, like, slow down, take care of yourself. This week has been very heavy. On the end of the year, instead of building like, this is my year resolution, what I'm gonna do for next year, let's take a look back. How was my year? How busy was I? How desperate was I? How many anxiety attacks have I had?
Yeah.
And how many overthinking that I have done? Like, all those things are weighing so much. And with age, because once we are younger, we just want to tap into everything. Once you start to get a little older, you're like, I actually don't need to do all that. So I have been cutting it off, a lot of things from my list
Okay.
of things that I actually don't need to be doing that. I can send that to somebody else, or I can do it once on my week. What actually gonna make me happy?
Yeah.
So what Natalia would need for this? If on my work I know I'm gonna be sitting for a long amount of time, can I take my bike in the morning and go back just for 15 minutes? Because on the end of the day, when I'm like, damn, I just sat for 8 hours just taking notes and looking at choreography and looking at staging and everything. But actually, I have done 15 minutes of biking and that felt so good. And it's very nice, and you ended up inspiring yourself, ended up inspiring others,
Yeah.
and you just have something to tap in back on your memory during that day that you already did something for you. That is
Yeah.
making me happy, and
Yeah.
that like it really fulfills my day on the end of it all.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that was good. That wasn't like a terrible day. That
Yeah.
wasn't the super heavy.
Yeah.
Actually, I have something very positive to take out of it.
So basically, you're taking inventory of what you do, what you've done, and what makes you happy.
Yeah.
And do you do that on a daily basis as part of like your wellness program? Because you're very physical. You're at your job at night. You're dancing, and so then is this part of what you do to keep yourself like whole?
Yes, I don't do that every day. I do that every week.
Okay.
Sometimes can be more or less, but I try my best to do it at least once a week.
Okay.
Like this week, what have I done to make Natalia happy? Not what Natalia have done to make others happy,
That's
but
big.
what have Natalia done for Natalia. So this morning I made a mini brunch. That was 10 minutes that I cooked myself some bacon, some eggs. I washed some strawberries. I made a little plating, super cute, with some very fresh flowers.
Yeah.
And I sat that on my own, silent, and that was great for me. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I had a brunch. I had a girls' moment with me, myself, and I, and that
Yeah.
felt great. I would do it again.
Yeah.
And if I don't have time to do anything else for me on the rest of the day, I know I have done that. I have spent 10 minutes with myself. And sometimes that will be me biking. Sometimes that will be me just sitting on a couch with my dogs staring at my walls. What sometimes that can be very therapeutic too.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, just pay attention about the little ones and seeing everything on the bigger picture to be like, okay, I did something for everybody and me.
Yeah.
So to see myself on that fan of possibilities and of chores that I have,
Yeah.
it makes me feel whole to see myself in there too, instead of just everything that I have done.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be a giver.
For sure.
And when would you have time to tap back in and just recharge? So that has been important. That has been something that I keep rechecking. Just be
I love
like,
what you just said, the fan of possibilities, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes we get so tunnel vision of that I have to only do this. And it sounds like you give yourself options, like what
Yeah.
is my fan of, possibilities for today?
Yes.
And what I also love that I just heard you say, just because we're trying to like give tips, is like you're very grateful. It sounds like you practice gratitude every day as well.
Yes.
And just even the small things that you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that she noticed that in me last year. I never noticed that and how many times I say it.
Yeah.
Translating is just like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I say like, obrigada, Jesus.
Yeah.
But the way I said it sounds kind of like a joke because I talk about like I say Jesus like he's just my best friend
Yeah.
and he's just sitting next to me.
Yeah.
What most of the time he is.
I
But it's fun that you just be like, I just found a gas station that has a cheaper gas than the gas that I put last week. Thank you, Jesus.
So it's the small things, right?
It is.
And putting yourself first. That's another thing that I hear is.
So I'm like, wow, I didn't need to go that far to just get a better gas. I just found one like down the street and that was great. Thank you, Jesus. You saved me gas and gas.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, for
or
sure.
like, I know it can be a terrible accident and can be a terrible example right now, but I got in a car accident after saying for, I don't know how long I was saying that I need a new car. Not the best way to get a new car.
I would agree.
But then I got in a car accident that completely towed my car. And once I got my new car, I was like, damn it, I didn't want to have this bill right now. I haven't had a car payment in 2 years. I worked so hard to finish paying that car fast so I didn't need to worry about that bill anymore.
Yeah.
I was very pleased with my choice. Great. Now I have a car again. It's new, but I have a bill that comes with it. I need to work harder again. But at the same time, I got a new car. I have been wanting a new car for a while.
Yeah.
Took me 2 weeks to start thinking of, I just got a new car. Oh my God, I'm in a new car.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks, I have been just thinking, I have a new bill. Damn it, I totaled my car. What a great way to get a new car. Trust me, I opened a bottle of champagne on the day that I got my car.
Yeah.
Just say like, yeah, I celebrated. But I never truly celebrate that car until 2 weeks later when I finally tapped in on like, yeah, it's not always gonna happen the way you want it. Unfortunately, you had to had a car accident to change your car because before I was just thinking, I want a new car, but I don't want to have a bill right now, so just gonna wait.
Yeah.
My car is great.
Yeah.
It's working. I don't have anything to complain about this car, so gonna keep it. But I want a new car.
Yeah.
So then, boom,
Boom.
here's a new car. Be happy.
Yeah. But it sounds like you're living so intentionally. And I feel inspired even because what I'm hearing is also authenticity. You're like, okay, I accept that I probably shouldn't have said it in a negative way. So let me switch my thinking. So we're not trying to be perfect. We're just trying to catch ourselves, which it sounds like you're doing.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's inspiring for everyone that's around you.
Yes.
And for the audience as well, because things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Whether we plan them or we don't plan them, it's how we perceive them can change whether we're happy or sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
And even though I try to tap back into myself, I have been trying my best to keep tapping into myself, but I'm also a perfectionist on my job.
Okay.
So even being a dancer, I love when someone come and give me a note, but at the same time, I don't want you to come to me and give me a note secretly because I don't like to feel my name is in your mouth for a negative way because I need to fix something, right? So I'm like, oh, we already got that perfect and we can just move on and we just continue moving forward. But a lot of times you need to listen. You need somebody else to look at the bigger picture that you were in it.
Yeah.
To tell you something that like maybe you're not seeing, you're not experiencing, you're not realizing. So even at work recently, I was going over choreography and I was getting very frustrated for not getting that right at the exact moment. Something that I just learned it. You're never gonna be perfect when something that you just learned it. In my brain, yes, you can.
That's your expectation of yourself,
exactly.
right?
Very high.
Yeah, very.
Super high.
Yeah.
And one of the dancers came to me and she was like, you're not supposed to be perfect right now. You're just supposed to be learning it. And you look good at it. Like, but it's not perfect. She's like, remember the first sentence that I said? You're not supposed to be perfect.
Right.
Everybody made a mistake. You didn't see their mistakes
Yeah.
because you weren't paying attention. you narrow down here.
Yeah.
What I was saying about the fan earlier is that if you actually open that fan and you see the bigger picture, you're like, oh, I actually did great for my first time.
Right. Perspective. Yeah. You were learning. It was new.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're so focused and you completely like stop having fun with your process, you also don't enjoy your process. You also block yourself from learning in a better way. That's something that I
Yeah.
have learned on every single job that I have took, because I want to do perfect on the first time. But then because I wanted to be perfect, I forget to pay attention to details. I forget to have fun. I
Yeah.
forget to give myself grace
Yeah.
for so much that I have done already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of tap back in and check
Yeah.
yourself out.
Yeah.
And that is again like one of the first questions that you asked me, how you keep yourself like healthy on your body, on your mental, is to keep checking yourself again. Like, what was positive today? What was positive on this week? Have I helped someone? Have I helped myself? Have
Yeah.
I smiled at something or at someone? It's so easy to just focus on the negative, focus on the things that you can control, focus on the things that are like, what's going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. I haven't finished today yet.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Right?
Reminding ourselves that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and you do work a lot of hours, and you're to do that must be a little challenging if you're always busy. So,
Very challenging.
well, right, because you don't have the time necessarily when you're in a job because you're in amazing shape. You work
Thank you.
hard. You're dancing all night. So to remember to do that when you're tired.
Yes.
I think I love that you said your process. It sounds like you have that. Be grateful, take inventory, remind myself, and look back inward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My new challenge now is to say no.
Okay.
That's my new challenge, because I enjoy taking every single opportunity that comes my way. But sometimes you're going to exhaust yourself.
Right.
You're going to kill every single minute in your day. And when you're going to look at it, you're like, I haven't sat in my couch that I organize, and I put my throw pillows in there to look so nicely. I haven't spent time with my pets. I haven't watered my plants. I haven't drank a sip of water, because I was trying to make every single thing that was on my schedule. So sometimes I do need to say no for one job, for one opportunity, and just believe that it will come again. If it is yours, it will come again.
Totally. Yeah.
So you can say no now and be like, I'm so sorry. I'm completely overbooked right now. But maybe you're not overbooked. You just booked enough to do a little bit for you, a little bit for them. Because that extra time that you have in your schedule, it's not always for you to put another job or another like time to go to the grocery store, another to do. It's time for you to do nothing. Learning to do nothing is harder than learning to do it all.
You're not lying about that. That is, especially for someone who's has perfectionist tendencies, like doing nothing seems like a waste of time, but
Exactly.
giving yourself permission is beautiful to just do nothing.
How many people punish themselves because they didn't do everything on the to-do list? I do.
Yeah, and you know what's so funny? I just listened to a psychologist and she mentioned that, and he said have a to-done list and start writing down everything you have done and put the to-do list in the drawer, because the brain then connects with getting results versus looking at a to-do list that you don't finish.
Yes.
So it sounds like that's what you're doing intuitively. You just knowing that, okay, let me see what everything I've done right
Yes.
instead of focusing on what you haven't done.
I have been in this country for 14 years now. Moved here completely alone. My whole family is still in Brazil. And when I complete 10 years, I taught my first Brazilian dance class. So literally samba, bringing out carnival to United States.
Oh, how fun.
I loved that class. And that's something that I always have been wanting to do. And I was having this chat with my sister and just talking with her about everything that I still want to do, everything that I haven't got a chance to do yet, and all these other things that I ended up getting frustrated because, oh, I have been here for so long and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And she was like, have you thought about everything that you have done?
Exactly.
You have been there for 10 years. how many things have you already done? How many things that already have been on the top of your list that you have already done, but you haven't give that amount of respect, amount of love, amount of gratitude for the things
Yeah.
that you already done it.
Yeah.
Like in 10 years, I already danced for a big artist. I already have done TV shows. I just did a movie with Pamela Anderson, what is huge.
Yeah.
A lot of people haven't done that yet.
Nope.
I have done several shows in Vegas. I'm one of the Brazilian dancers that everybody suggests you when we have any event. So what I'm
Yeah.
very grateful for.
Yeah.
People know me by my name. Is not just like, oh yeah, that girl.
Right.
So I have created such a nice status for myself that I'm humbly and proud of.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me stop, but just make me being grateful for everything that I have done and just pushing me forward for the other things that I can do.
Yeah.
And it's just about sharing and sharing my time, sharing my food, sharing my knowledge, sharing like just little things. Sometimes sharing a hug.
Oh.
It's nice too.
Yes.
If my friend needs someone to just watch her son while she's at work for 3-4 hours and that's my day off, I'm like, I know it's my day off, but I could have some fun with the baby today.
Sure.
Sure, let's spend some time with the kids.
Yeah.
They tap into a kid in you that you haven't touched in a while.
I love that you said that.
You can just like, what am I gonna do today? I'm gonna play outside.
Yeah. Tap into your inner self, your
Yes.
inner child.
Yes.
Awesome.
So then food becomes a toy, the pillows become a toy. Let's create a castle with blankets
Yeah.
on a sofa. Like, that's something great. How many times have you done that?
I probably haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, and that's encouraging to say, to look at it from the lens of it could be your everyday life that can start to bring you back to your childlike self. It doesn't have to be a scheduled day at Disneyland.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay fortunes to just do something very basic.
Yeah.
Like when we were kids, we didn't have AI like the kids have right now. We didn't have tablets.
iPads.
I barely had a phone. I think I got my first phone when I was, I don't know, maybe 11 years old, 12. And that one of those Nokias that
Oh yeah, I used to have
literally
that too. Yeah, I love those, the little keypad.
like with one game. And was just enough to just tell my mom like, hey, I just got off school. I just got home.
Yeah.
That was just enough. And to play outside, we would do everything. We would be climbing trees. We would be playing with mud.
I did too.
We would just create something. We would design with chalk on the street and just play there until the sun is down and everybody needs to go in to shower and have dinner.
Yeah.
That was
That
simple.
was the days, man. That's what we did.
Now, one thing that makes me happy here when I drive around my neighborhood is just that little sign saying kids playing outside. I love seeing that. One, that makes me feel comfortable in my neighborhood, that the parents are comfortable leaving their kids
Outside, yeah.
Two is that sometimes it makes me calm on just watching them being kids.
Yeah.
They're not inside playing PlayStation.
Yeah.
They're not inside just like focus on that one thing and not expanding and just like exploring how we used to be.
Yeah.
That's
Totally.
why like when you said in the beginning how it is to be creative and you don't touch your creative side, you do. You haven't touched your whole life.
Yeah.
I'm worried about the kids now that are not creative enough because they are very intelligent for intellectual things.
Sure.
But not very intelligent when it's just to open a jar of jelly.
Right.
And it's just a tap on the counter and just boop.
Right. Yeah.
They wouldn't know how to do that.
Nope. Most of them don't. Yeah. In part of some of the things you said, I selfishly have a question because you said Brazilian dancing and you're noticing that. And for me, that automatically thinks of feminine, sexy, but you're also very physical and you're masculine. So how do you bring that feminine side out because I'm assuming Brazilian dancing is pretty feminine, sexy, right?
It is.
It is, right? But yet you're still muscular and you're, you have a lot of energy and it sounds like you're assertive. So how do you tap into that?
on keeping the balance
That
between
and
the
being
two
feminine.
and being feminine. Well, being feminine already works for the fact that I work on a burlesque show.
Okay.
And that already taps into my feminine and just being sexy
Yeah.
and what can be sexy.
Yeah.
And I will be honest, I don't like being super big.
Okay.
So, with that being said, I don't lift too much. I try to keep the balance of going to the gym and lifting because I do have
Okay.
my love for my weights too.
Great.
But I like keeping my aerobics too. So, Brazilians, we dance for everything. Literally. I don't know what it is in our blood on the water down there, but if
water.
we are out of job, well, let's dance a little bit to just freshen up our brains, and then we can tap back into. If we are very happy, we're gonna dance. So it's just keeping that, I don't know, that happiness going.
Okay.
That I think that is what inspired me on keeping the feminine and the fitness as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just finding that happy zone. So I can get into my classes, nothing super heavy, just enough to stay toned.
Okay.
I don't need to eat tons of carbs, tons of proteins to make myself grow. No, it's just the balance of my food, the balance of my workouts, and yeah, just doing literally a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm not a bodybuilder. I have had a personal trainer that he was like, "You will be great for fitness competition," and I said, "Nope,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Good for you.
You're not gonna give me a bunch of chicken and sweet potato and make me just like
That is
3
that
weeks
life
out
for sure.
3 weeks out and just like suck it up and just be muscles because I don't like that."
Yeah.
So it's just also knowing what you want to see in the mirror. When I look myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, you're looking a little bit drastically right now.
Yeah.
What you're not doing or what you're doing too much. You know, sometimes I go heavy on the gym, and that can be because I'm mentally stressed, so I do need to lift a little more to
Yeah.
just sweat it out.
Uh-huh.
But I also not gonna be making heavy and heavy and heavier.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep doing more repetitions with less weight.
Yeah.
Because I know that that would not gonna make me all puffy and drastically looking.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just go to a float yoga where I know I'm gonna still get my fitness done,
Yeah.
but in the most gentle way that I'm still stretching. So that's another thing too. This stretch also doesn't make your muscles keep on building on top of each other.
Yeah.
So my dancing helps me a lot on keeping my figure
Sure.
and keeping the way that I want to look.
And flexible too, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do love when people come to the show and they're like, wow, what's your back routine?
I mean, what I love about what you're saying is because in episode 1, we did have a bodybuilder. And what I want to highlight is that know yourself, know what look you like. This is your way of doing it. It's working amazing for you.
Yeah.
Our other guest does it her way and she likes to be big. And we can all love the way we look, whatever that look is, as long as you're taking inventory like you like to do. This is how I want to look and this is what's going to get me there.
Exactly.
Right? And it sounds like you're very in tune with that.
Yes.
And how to get yourself where you want to go. And also I hear a lot of acceptance of yourself. You know, which would you say that that is what keeps you mentally well?
Yes. I will repeat on keeping on checking on me.
Yeah.
And recognizing like what is making me nervous or what is giving me the anxiety or what is giving me like lack of sleep, what is making me stop eating certain things, or what is making me eating a lot. So it's just like keep on tapping back on and being like, what is something that I like? What's something that I don't like? Why not try some new things? And okay, after I tried it, how do I feel about that? Would I do it again? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Or maybe, but not as often. We mentioned about bodybuilding. I love how precise they are and how they really keep their routine. That's something that is a conversation that I always keep with my bodybuilder friends on knowing like, how's your nutrition? What are you eating? Oh, that's what good. I'm gonna keep that
Yeah.
and take that part from me. On the same thing is showgirls. Because even though I'm very fit, when you come into Vegas, you have a lot of showgirls, like they are taller.
Yep.
They are not as, I would say, as fitness, but I'm just using this word because I love being like cut and
Yeah,
all
sure.
and very lean. It's not all of them that you will see like a six pack on anything, but they have such a beautiful body that just
Yeah.
fits well for that costume.
Sure.
That I'm like, what do you do for your routine? Oh, I don't do as many crunches because I don't think you're gonna look good for me.
Okay.
I don't have a six pack on my costume.
Yeah.
I like having my belly a little more flat and just keep my
Soft.
waist very,
Yeah,
yes, it's a
feminine.
more soft look.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean that they are not doing anything.
Right. Yeah.
And the same of the ones that are like super fit and built doesn't mean they are not flexible. Doesn't mean they are not doing something that is just like taking care of the other side
Yeah.
and still be cute.
Yeah.
I was watching that was an award that was happening this week. It was the Gatorade award for best players, and such gorgeous athletes. And they are all like in gowns and beautiful, and some of them have like enormous shoulders,
Yeah.
and some others are super like petite and cute, all different modalities. And I was like, oh wow, they are all athletes.
Yeah.
They are
different
all have like
modalities.
very, very heavy lifestyle that I can get very similar to. Like I can see familiarities with it, but I'm like, oh wow, they look gorgeous in each way.
Yeah.
One was wearing like mini dress, thick old legs, huge legs.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's half of my body just in one leg.
Uh-huh.
And she looked gorgeous.
Exactly. It's all preference, right? And lifestyle and what you're doing. And there's something for everyone,
Yes.
based on what they want.
Yes. And loving how you look like and
Yes.
loving what you're actually doing for you.
Yeah.
And if it is not working, to be strong enough to change it.
Exactly. And it's still okay to admire that other people look different and that we all get to be that way and
Yes.
and leave everybody to what they like.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate that. So we spoke beforehand that, at the end of our sessions, usually we pick a card. And I know you're intuitive. Would it be okay if we had you pick a card for the audience so we can give them a message for today?
Yes, I would love to.
Awesome.
Let's do that.
So I'm going to let you shuffle those.
Ooh. Just keep like good vibration.
Yeah. You have an amazing vibration. It's very uplifting and inspiring.
These cards are gorgeous though.
Those are considered surrender cards, the power in surrender. So the card you pull would be the thing that you could surrender right now that would support you in your life to move forward in the direction, maybe even with your goal of saying no more often. Who knows?
You know what? I'm putting the energy towards that.
Okay.
Let's get into this. Ooh. I think I got a good spot.
All right.
And split right here.
It was calling you. You saw that.
Yeah, I was
Okay,
like, I
awesome.
don't
So you want
wanna
me to
live
take
on
the
top.
first one?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. So the card that you picked was Surrender Unhealthy Relationships.
Nice.
So this card says, let go of relationships that don't serve you, including unavailable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. So I would say in your saying no could be those people who maybe really aren't serving you, the ones you release, and then you would have plenty of room to do other things. You won't have to say no.
Such a great card.
Is that a great card? Does that resonate for you? I'll let you look at it.
This is so present. This is great. This is great.
Perfect. So one
Kinda
final
weird
thing
because
for
it's
you.
too great.
It's too great. Hold on to that. Take a snapshot. Just if you can give our audience 5 top things that you do so that they can maybe put that in their process.
5 top things that I do.
To stay in shape, to stay mentally well, physically well.
When I get up, I do take at least 5 minutes of just silence.
Okay.
No phones, no anything. Like even before I talk with my dogs, I just sit there, open my eyes, I sit there just for 5 minutes. It's hard.
That must be hard because them dogs are needy usually.
I would say that it's hard even for me, but that's something that has been working very well on just giving myself those 5 minutes right when I open my eyes. It's just showing a little bit of respect for you and for your time too. For the beginning of the day, you just started. What are you running to?
Yeah.
Give yourself 5 minutes.
What are you running to?
Even if you're late.
Yeah.
You can get those 5 minutes because you're already late.
What's 5 more minutes?
What's 5 more minutes? You're already late. Just take those 5 minutes.
Okay.
Thinking about what you're gonna eat and what your body is in need. So that is not just about you doing your workout, but it's on anything. It's how much nutrients you feed in your body and what is actually necessary for you to keep fulfilling your needs. If it is your metabolism that you wanted to make a little faster, then change the way you're eating and eat a little smaller portions more often, but that doesn't mean eat Oreos every 3 hours. No.
Right.
Make better choices.
Okay.
Reorganize your schedule. Make time for you.
Yeah.
And making time for yourself, it is important because once your glass is full, then you can actually give to others. I also have been changing the way I have said that to my cast last week, actually. It's something that I have been repeating to myself often. A lot of times I see my glass half empty instead of half full. So it's just a change of mentality and perspective of things, being more grateful and seeing how many things you can actually take from the things that you already have done instead of all the things that you're still missing.
Totally.
You already have gone a long way and you have such a potential. That's why you have got to where you are right now.
Yeah.
If you wasn't good enough, if you wasn't brilliant enough, you wouldn't be where you are right now.
Yeah.
So give yourself some grace in that. And I say a lot because that's for me too.
Yeah, of course.
And my last thing is just don't forget about those that helps you keep you here, brought you here, and have noticing all your hard work until this time and still pushing you forward. Yeah. This card is not just for relationship, and relationships don't need to be just loving relationships.
Totally.
This can be your friendships too.
Yep.
Have a lot of friends in our lives that are not your friends. They are only there to suck the goods.
Yeah.
So adjusting into those two.
Yeah.
And sometimes maybe it's just a coffee break you don't need to have with that person and see how you feel. Tap after that meeting, like, was that good for me?
Yeah.
Did actually like made some good for my day, or do I feel heavy after that? So reevaluate all the relationships you have, and that can be a family member, that can be your close friends that you call close, but sometimes you are the friend and they are just there to be another person in your life. Notice when the friendship is actually like mutual or when it's just you being the giver.
Sure.
Because a lot of people are here to just suck the life out of you.
Yeah, and they'll try. It's up to us whether we'll let them or not, right?
Yeah, so just keep tapping back into yourself because once you knowing what you want, what you deserve, what's your worth, all the other things are going to start making sense, even if it's just once a week, once a month.
Yeah.
Taking care of yourself once is already more than none.
Yeah.
So just stay with yourself.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I've learned a lot
course.
from you. I've got a couple of takeaways from you. I'm going to definitely start taking inventory. Do I like this? Learn my process. So thank you so much for coming today. It was a joy to have you, and keep smiling. I think it's very inspiring, and we appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me today.